This is Travel Bang back again. Thanks for rocking with me one more time. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games here to talk about the dark arts of seduction and the nuance of game. People, I'm glad you came. Before we get into it, of course, you got to hit up my sponsor, AO Nutrition, also known as Anabolic Outlaws. Shout out to Frank, CEO, #1 sports supplementation company for pro hormones in North America. Check them out, aonutrition.shop. Use the code TravelBang10 for a deduction of price when you check out and purchase a product. Let's go. Okay, so this episode, I want to hit on something very valid. Been hitting on this before, but we always gotta hit it again. Hit it again. Kind of like your favorite girl when she's been over. Hit it again. Okay, want to hit the subject matter of not having game, being game impaired. Gentlemen, most of y'all don't even know what it's like to have a phone call, voice-to-voice phone call with a woman. Most of y'all are hiding on the phone texting apps. That's all you're doing is texting. There is no real game happening in 2023 going into 2024. There's no real game. I want to show you something real quick. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. So a chick had forwarded me this, and this is just sad. Okay, I'm gonna blank out her face to keep her privacy. You know, you go through this as you see on the screen. The man already, you can tell he's hood. You really sexy as. I know you taste good. Trade a couple naked pictures with me on Snap. And she goes, now Snap, because you know that's where the sexting goes, where the photos aren't saved a lot of times. They get deleted. So we all know why they want to go to Snapchat. And she goes, no, I appreciate the compliment, but you pushing sexual-ish, and I don't like that. You don't think it's a little too soon for that, she says? Like, we can't even get to know each other first, have a conversation, and then he gets back with, LOL, it's just pics. I was gonna send some too. My bad, I ain't mean no disrespect. I wasn't trying to say, I really just wanted to see more of you, LOL. And then she says, okay, but I don't like that. I'm not that type of girl, sorry. I don't just show my body to anybody though, okay? So, you know, first of all, I want to point out when a woman says, I'm not that type of girl, I'm really not like that. Yeah, no, that's not true. She is that type of girl. Every girl is like that, but they're like that for a certain type of man. They're not like that for this sloppy, game impaired, horn dog, desperate. You know what I mean? You could tell these guys are watching way too many XXX adult cinema on the website films, you know what I'm saying? Overindulging, watching this, thinking that life, this is what happens when you watch too much XXX adult cinema, porno, you know, you're watching way too much of it and you start thinking this is reality. You start thinking life is the bang bus. You just walk in the room and pull your pants down and bust out your schlong, and then the girls go, oh my God, a schlong dong, let me fuck it. You know what I mean? No, that is not reality, gentlemen. And that's sad. You can read it. You can read that. You know, all she wanted was to be a social warm-up. You know what I mean? At least act like you're interested. The guy could have acted like he was interested in her, but he wasn't. You read the text. And this goes on again and again, whether it's the dudes that are Pookie and Ray Ray from the hood, or whether it's John and Billy, you know, the boring, bland white dudes, you know what I mean? Or Pedro and Jorge. It doesn't matter. This isn't an ethnicity or cultural thing. This is just a lame game thing. And I want to tell gentlemen out there, this is why you watch this channel. This is why you watch all the other channels, and stop cherry picking the teachings, because if you cherry pick, you're not going to learn it all when you're talking about real social dynamics. This is horrible. This is horrible. You're not. And most of these guys, like I said, they hide behind their phones, the texting, the photos most of the time is not even of the guy. The guy probably wasn't even going to send real photos of himself naked, because most guys are chicken-ish. You know what I mean? And they're probably stealing photos from google.com, you know, big dong, you know, and then they pull out some photos on the search engine and then send it to the girl so she thinks he has a big dong. You know what I mean? So this is sad. Learn game. Learn game. If this is you, shame on you, gentlemen. Shame on you if this is you. Okay? Let's go on to the next subject. The next subject I want to talk about is simping. Okay? Look, gentlemen, I've been there before. I'm not even going to front. Every man, if he's honest, no man was just born out here pimping. Okay? I have had my moments where I simped really bad. But the thing is you catch yourself, you learn from these moments, and you never return to that. It's an evolution. You want to evolve on the journey of life, okay? So in regards to simping, it's time that we're honest, gentlemen. And then some other dating gurus and coaches will also be honest. The majority of the things a man does, okay, a red-blooded, masculine, high-level testosterone man does is for women. When you go to the gym to work out and you're healthy and you take all these supplements and to lift weights, become super fitness, hard body, swole looking, or like just really trying to be your best at being attractive in the sense of being a full around fitness guy. You're doing it for women, gentlemen. You're doing it because you want their attention. You like the validation. You like the compliments women give you when they go, ooh, you work out. Of course you do. When you strive and hustle for more money, you do it because you do it for women. You do it because the same reason why you buy the nice car, okay? The souped up car. If you can buy a car, you're gonna go for the best car. Just like the rednecks and the cowboys go for the best truck. You know what I mean? Because you want to peacock. You want women to see it. You want to get the validation that look at me, I'm a lion, hear me roar. You're doing it for attention of women. And probably, like most of us, through evolution, it's been like that forever, trying to peacock, trying to show the best that we can be as men to attract a partner, okay? So the reality is simping happens. It happens, and it doesn't help any because of rom-com. Everybody's grew up watching romantic comedy movies and, you know, all these other parts of the industry, R&B love songs, you know what I mean, that sing the I'll Die Without You and all that crap. So we all, gentlemen, we've all been programmed, unfortunately, and we all had our episodes, one, hopefully, if there's more, you really need to fix it, of simping. But the great thing that comes out of simping, if you can catch yourself doing it and you correct this behavior, is you might evolve into a better man. Here, let me give you an example where I got caught simping, and it was not really my fault. I was overseas when I was government contracting, and I was in Kuwait. And for all y'all that don't know about Kuwait, okay, there's not a lot of women, American or Western women in that country, okay? So when you're on a military installation, when you're working there, you have maybe 3 women to 10 men. This is why often you will hear within the realm of the U.S. military or the defense contracting industry, you'll hear the term desert queen being used. What is a desert queen? It's a woman who's would be ordinarily just average back here in the U.S. or back from where she's from, you know what I mean? But over there in those territories where there's less women, less Western women, okay, 3 women to 10 men, she becomes the desert queen, meaning now she's a 5 or 6, she's shot up to 9 and a 10, like that. Beyonce status, Kim Kardashian status, like that. Desert queen, okay? So that already shows a shortage, right? A shortage of those type of women, okay? Especially even the range of black or white women, even less white women overseas. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is. But even less white American women over in those environments. Mostly there's minority women in those military installations. So I met this woman over there while I was working, a very, very attractive girl, okay? Let's keep her private. I'm gonna respect her privacy. And I really fell hard for her. And I think the reason why I did in that situation was there was no other females out there to choose from. You're in an Islamic country. So You're not going to talk to Arab women because that'll cost you your life. You don't want some dude trying to kill you, honor killing, for messing with their sister or their daughter or whatever. So you're not going to talk to the Arab women. So all you basically have is either what's available on the military installation, or there's a lot of Filipinas in Kuwait. And the inside joke for Kuwait is all the good-looking Filipinas usually work in Dubai. And for some strange reason, there's just not a lot of lookers, not a lot of stunners in the realm of Filipinas in Kuwait. Some men get lucky, but there's just not that many. So you're stuck basically looking on the military installation for a partner. You know what I mean? For a girlfriend, or for just a cuddy buddy, some chick that you can hang out in the weekend and have fun with. I found a woman, we had a short interaction, a short-lived little romance story, you know, if you want to call it that. And I kind of, because there was no other girls, I went into hardcore simping. My focus became solely on this chick. And I couldn't stop thinking about her. It was like a disease of the mind. They call it one-itis. One-itis, when you just focus on the one chick. And as time went on, fast forward, she ended up, this was before Afghanistan, the military installations closed down and our government made our military run like cowards. Before all that happened, okay? She got a job out there. I remember I picked her up on base right before she had to in process to fly out to Bagram or wherever she was going, Area 51. I don't know I forgot what place she was going out there. And I remember in the car, I picked her up in the company vehicle. I begged my boss. I said, I gotta go, because I worked in a far away installation. Okay, so I had to come all the way 2 hours just to go to Arif John, just so I could, you know, pick her up and just spend couple minutes with her. That's how bad I had it for this chick, right? I remember she was in the car and I drove her up to this building. It was more like a tent structure where I guess they would call their names out and get them ready, put them on the flight itinerary list to fly out to Afghanistan. And I remember she looked at me, right? And we'll call her Michelle. Okay, I'm not even gonna call her by, because there's too many people out there who know this girl. And we'll call her Michelle. And Michelle looked at me and she's just like, you know, I understand, she told me, your entrepreneurial pursuits and your desires and what you're going for, but what if they don't work? And she was right, because I had launched a social media dating platform at the time. By the way, it didn't go nowhere because it lacked marketing monies. But you know what I mean? At the time, I was really gung-ho about it. And she said, what if it doesn't work? You know, she's like, don't quit your day job, but your day job right now, because I was a supply specialist, right? Working in a warehouse. I got really effed in the game. I got stuck in a warehouse working for a defense contracting company. It was really rough work. She's like, you're getting older. Like you should switch over to IT. You can make 6 figures or more in IT. You should do what I'm doing. And I looked at her and I was like, I'm gonna do IT. You know what I mean? Because I was so into this girl. I was so crazy about this chick. I mean, I would drink her bathwater. That's how nutty. I don't even want to say I was in love with her, because that's kind of, but I was so infatuated with this girl. I liked her so much. I wanted her so much. Oh, it was mind blowing. So when she said that, I took it to heart. And remember, I'm in a zone where I'm super simping, okay? And from there, I did everything that I could to get all the certifications I could. And I hustled, I blackmailed corporate executives, and I did all sorts of crazy stuff to get a high level IT position. And I did it more so just to impress her. Even so, she left. She was no more in Kuwait. She's working on a military installation in Afghanistan. But I did it because I said the next time she's going to see me, she's going to be seeing me making 6 figures or more doing IT. I'm going to show her what I'm made of. And that's what I did. And I made it happen. And you know, the strangest thing is when the oxytocin hormone, you know what I mean? That's what they call the hormone that makes you think you're in love. The oxytocin hormone wore off, the pink rosy glasses came off, and I stopped projecting my fantasy onto this woman, trying to make her something out to be that she wasn't. You know what I mean? And I didn't feel like that anymore. And I actually realized I was simping. And I was like, yo, I gotta change. This is crazy. You know what I mean? I never was like this before. I can never let this happen again. But at the same time, I was so happy that I met this woman because she snapped me out of the doldrums, you know what I mean? The professional, you know, in my professional career, and said, hey, what you're doing is low grade. Get your game up, player. She's like, yo, you know, go for the bag. What are you doing? And then I realized hypergamy. Remember, women only date men on their level or up. Hypergamy. And I said, if I want a woman like her, I got to start climbing that ladder. And I realized even without her, I stopped simping. I stopped wearing rosy pink glasses and projecting my fantasies on the women. I learned so much dealing with this girl. And I know she's watching because we're still cool. She watches my show. And it was just amazing to see the evolution of who I was as a man and how I changed through that one instance of dealing with that one woman. Gentlemen, and that's what I want to say. Not all situations with the women you deal with, if you're caught simping, have to be horrible. They don't have to end really bad where you're humiliated and you don't get nothing out of it. If you can be in those situations and get something out of it and evolve as a man, and you realize like what you got to stop doing, stop the simping, stop projecting your fantasies on the women, start focusing on your life purpose and your purpose, your mission in life, your career, your job, and realize that is what counts the best. That is number one. You know what I mean? And women will come on the roller coaster with you, the roller coaster of life, to ride the roller coaster with you, but the woman is not the roller coaster. You know, I learned so much out of that situation. And I see all these other younger men when they come to me making these same mistakes. They're not giving their career, their jobs, their purpose in life. They're putting their sole focus on women, or maybe it's singular, one woman. They get one-itis. And this is what I want to tell men. From those situations, you don't have to be humiliated. You can learn, you can grow, you can evolve. And at the end, if you're lucky, you might even still be really cool in cool communication and contact with that woman who you used to simp for. And now you evolved into more of an icy type of pimp, you know what I mean, that can regulate your own emotions, you know what I mean? But this all comes with time. This all comes with the evolution of being a man, and even age. Age has a lot to do with it too, you know what I mean? Your hormones change. When you get older, you're just not producing as much oxytocin as you were when you're in your so-called testosterone prime in your 20s and maybe your early 30s. You understand? So I want to tell the gentlemen out there, if you're simping, it's not too late. You can evolve, you can change. And if you look back and you know you were simping in certain situations, that's what it's about. It's just about becoming a better version of yourself. Taking those situations and not whipping yourself, making yourself feel bad, thinking about it. As long as you took those situations and you became the best version of yourself, and you realize you can never return to that version, the version from back in the day, you can never return to that ever again. It's a dying process. You die and the rebirth, like the phoenix that comes from the ashes. You die, you're reborn. You die again and you're reborn. You die, you're reborn. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. You know what I mean? And it's almost like when you look back at the other versions of yourself, and also look at your current girlfriend, or even if you get married, your wife, you'll be so much better prepared to be the masculine, strong leader in the relationship, because you were able to look back and reflect on your soy boy slipping on your pimpin', soy boy, beta male, super simping self, and say, hey, I evolved from that. You totally went into Sparta mode, you know what I mean? You totally went into more of a Marcus Aurelius, more of a philosophical version of yourself. And it all makes sense as you get older. and you become the best version of yourself. And that's all that matters, gentlemen. Life's a journey, not a destination. Travel and bang. That's why I call it travel and bang. It's all about the adventure. It's all about traveling, meeting new people, going to new places, and bang. Yeah, you know that. You know this, man.
It's on.